Hey everybody, welcome to Monday morning. It's another Mic Talk. We've started another week in the right place. Me and you together, hanging out. God bless you all, praying for you constantly. Text prayer to that number on your screen. I'm so encouraged by something. You know, back in the 1900s, I was a youth pastor. Some of those kids who are in my youth group now are calling to encourage me and tell me that they love me and they know who I am and they trust me to be the man that they have always known. A shout out to the Miller family way back in the day, in the 1995 era at Eastview Christian Church. Shayna and Crystal and Travis were all in my youth ministry. They and their dad have all reached out to me, say, hey, we love you and we're praying for you. So I love that. I mean, you know, people I poured my life into, and they're pouring their lives back into me. Several old youth group members, Barb and Nada, Phil McCardle, a lot of those guys. Anyway, the Lord is faithful is what I'm saying. And I also want to give just one last reminder to tell you that you can still sign up and be a part of our June 25th gathering. We're doing these Song and Sword gatherings, building to something. August 13th is going to be a Vision Sunday for Song and Sword. I'm going to make some very big announcements. And if you know of a place where I can get seating for about 500 people that's not really expensive, that's what I'd like to find. So hit us up on our website, songandsword.com, and we'll follow up with you. I need a place for 500 people or so. Anyway, Joshua chapter 1 is where we're going to be today, because everything moving forward. Remember, Joshua and the people of Israel have wandered through the desert for 40 years, and now they're getting ready to go into the promised land, and they got many battles ahead of them. Joshua is the brand new leader. They've known Moses as their only leader for 40 years, and now Joshua's in charge, and Joshua has to be a little bit afraid. He has to be a little bit like, are we ready for this? Here we go. We're going into something big and unknown. It sounds familiar to me. So I was drawn to this passage. Let me read it. Joshua chapter 1, verse 6. Be strong and courageous, for you shall cause this people to inherit the land I swore to their fathers to give them. Only be strong and very courageous, being careful to do all the law that Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may have good success wherever you go. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Guys, on this Monday, let me encourage you with a couple of things. I know we feel like Joshua is heading into the battle. You know, there's a famous song about he fought the battle of Jericho, and he's gonna lead them in very, very many military-style victories. But there's something more that God says than get ready and sharpen your swords and do some training and get your commanders all ready and the military in place. There's two things that will cause Joshua not to be afraid. And I want to share them with you on this Monday, because there have been several times the last 3.5 months, if I'm honest with you, that I've been afraid. I have not known where I'm going. I've not known why people are saying what they're saying. I've not known a lot of stuff. But I keep coming back to this encouragement to Joshua that I want to give to you today. When you're going into the unknown, but you know God's going to do something, you know Joshua is going to help these people inherit the land the Lord had promised all the way back to Abraham. How is it that I can not be afraid, be strong and very courageous, even though I don't feel very courageous? Well, he gives him two things. Get in the Word and trust that I'm there. That's it. That's what I want you to hear on this Monday. Get in the Word. He says, Joshua, listen, here's how you're going to be successful. Make sure you stay close to the Bible. At the time, it was just the law of Moses. Most people think Genesis through Deuteronomy. I want you to keep this, Joshua. I want you to make sure that you keep my words and my commands and my laws. Don't go right a little bit. Don't go left a little bit. You stick to the Word of God, the written Word of God, Joshua, and then you can be strong and courageous. And there's another thing is, he goes, and the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Here's where we find our strong and courageous. It's not an encouragement from God to Joshua to say, hey, just toughen up. Just pull up your bootstraps tighter and try harder and run faster and do better. It's really a good encouragement. You know what? Here's he's saying, here's how you're going to find you're strong and courageous. stay in my word, and remember that I'm always with you. On this Monday, you're already in the Word of God because you're listening to this Mike Talk, and we've been in the Word of God this morning. Stick close to the Bible and stick close to Jesus because He's always there. Happy Monday. Be strong and courageous. Peace.